Call the meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the approval of the October 8th, 2020 minutes. Are there any additions, corrections, or modifications to the minutes? Hearing none, is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
Ms. McNulty has made a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Page has seconded the motion. All in favor? Aye.
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 The minutes have been approved. Moving on to item 3, new business. Item A is the site plan for Starbucks Westminster ADA Sidewalk Addition. Mr. Gray.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Mr. Depot and I are going to switch screen shares. And if you don't mind, hold on one second. Somebody has just entered the waiting room. All right. All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Starbucks Coffee Company. Oops, let me put my camera on here. The Starbucks Coffee Company and the two property owners, represented by Peter J. Stone, have applied for review of a proposed site plan, which is S170038 for the Starbucks Westminster ADA Sidewalk Addition. Next, the applicant is requesting site plan approval for a new ADA sidewalk, which is located at 609 Baltimore Boulevard and 551 Jerrimore Lane. No signage is proposed with this site plan. For parking, the applicant is proposing to locate 5 shared parking spaces on property owned by 140 Village Limited Liability Partnership. The applicant's representative has indicated that 124 extra parking spaces are available on property owned by 140 Village Limited Liability Partnership. Therefore, the 5 shared parking spaces with the Starbucks Coffee Company are acceptable. There is no increase in seating, which would result in no water and sewer allocation being required. Next, landscaping. In a December 30th, 2019 letter to me, it was indicated that no landscaping on the Starbucks property will be affected by the proposed sidewalk. However, a large shrub mass on the 140 Village Shopping Center property will need to be removed. 10 shrubs have been proposed in the area where the existing shrubs will be removed. Subsequently, my October 6, 2020 email to Mr. Peter J. Stone, I mentioned that on page 8 of 9 to please relocate the 1 shrub that the existing light pole is inside of and relocate that shrub to the other end of the shrub row and make sure that that does not interfere with any underground utilities. Next, staff's recommendation. Staff recommends that the commission consider approval of the proposed site plan S170038, subject to the following conditions of approval. Number 1, all signatures on the Mylars will be an original signature and not a copy. Number 2, on page 8 of 9, to relocate the 1 shrub that the existing light pole is inside of and relocate that shrub to the other end of the shrub row and make sure such shrub will not interfere with the underground utility. Number 3, indicate 609 Balto LLC signature in the owner developer certification statement. Number 4, provide the required landscaping on site to comply with the approved Starbucks Westminster commercial development, City of Westminster site plan S150006. And lastly, number 5, indicate and repaint the outbound paint marking at the Malcolm Drive exit. Thank you, Mr. Chair. If you have any questions, please let me know. And also the applicant's representative is on the Zoom call if the commission has any questions for either himself or me. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Mr. Gray, is that Mr. Stone who is the representative?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stone, any comments from you?
No comments. We agree with staff's recommendations.
Okay, that was going to be my question, if you had any issues with the staff's recommendations. With that said, are any questions or comments by anyone on the commission? Okay, hearing none. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Councilman Yingling has made a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I second.
Ms. McNulty has seconded the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. And so for staff, I think Mr. Yingling's motion is in line with what was on your written memorandum, I think item 1, I'm assuming, right, Mr. Councilman Yingling?
That is correct.
Great. All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Stone.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on to the next item on the agenda. That's item B, upwards adjustment of 8 single-family detached dwelling units for Stonegate. Mr. Gray.
I apologize. Thank you, Mr. Chair. For Stonegate, Martin W. Hackett, President of Carroll Land Services, Inc., has requested pursuant to section 164-199F of the city zoning ordinance that the Planning and Zoning Commission adjust the 40 building permit per calendar year requirement upward by 20%, allowing 8 additional permits for calendar year 2020. The basis for allowing this request can be found in the attached letter dated September 8, 2020. Staff believes that there is a sufficient basis for granting the request for the 8 additional building permits for the Stonegate development. City staff recommendation is staff recommends that the commission increase the number of allowable building permits for the Stonegate development by 20%, which is 8 single-family detached dwelling units for calendar year 2020, pursuant to zoning ordinance section 164-199F. Mr. Chair, if you have any questions, please let me know. I believe the applicant is on the call. And if you have any questions for me or the applicant, please let me know. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hackett, any comments from you?
We're in agreement with the staff report. I just, depending on, I didn't want to get into a long history of, this is a particular project that the developer has basically supplied his own water source for the project. And the good news is the economy has been great. So we're here in front asking for these additional 8. And we could wish we could ask for more, but we're here. Thank you.
Thank you. Any comments, questions from anyone on the commission? Hearing none, is there a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
I think Mr. Yingling, Councilman Yingling has made a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Ms. McNulty has seconded the motion. All in favor? Aye.
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 Motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Looks like no items under old business, nothing under informational items. Are there any planning commission and or public comments? Anything from the commission? Yes, Mr. Gray, your hand is up.
Mr. Chair, if I may ask just item C, the Carroll County Liaison Report.
Yep, sorry, I skipped over that. Mr. Spade, how are you? What's up?
No worries there. I appreciate it. Nothing too much to update you on tonight. I'm just going to continue to fill you in that the master plan implementation of our comprehensive rezoning is still taking place. We have 2 more meetings with the Board of County Commissioners for the county on November 24th at 9 a.m. The final work session before the December 3rd public hearing, which will take place virtually at 7 p.m. And once again, all that information can be found at carrollrezoning.org. But other than that, that's all I got tonight. Thanks.
Great, thank you. Nothing under old business or anything else on the agenda. Mr. Gray, anything we're missing here?
No, Mr. Chair.
Great, I will move to adjourn the meeting then. See you all next month.
Thank
See
you,
you all.
Mr. Chair. Take care, everyone.
Night.
Thank you, everyone.